I even changed my name this time. I followed you up the hill where you're frozen, and I filled you in when the force came up to inspect your home. Yeah, your neighbor came back to save ya. The signs we had, I felt you, I want it back. And I'm sure you do. I even changed my name this time. I followed you up the hill where you're frozen, and I filled you in when the force came up to inspect your home. Yeah, your neighbor came back to save ya. I felt you, I want it back, and I'm sure you do.
Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you all can hear me. It's been a while since I did this. I wanted to do this ranting stream this morning because I swung by a panel this weekend and I wasn't able to really express myself the way I wanted to. Unlike other people, I don't hide behind the coattails and skirts of other channel holders. I have my own platform, I have my own voice. And if there's something that I want to say, I'll say it on my platform. That way, I don't have to worry about being interrupted or silenced. Good morning, chat room. Hello. Thank you all for joining me. It's been a while since I did this. So, shout out to you, the whoever. Hey, sis. Nice to see you. Good morning. Salute, Bruscos. Hey, Jerry Poor. Hey, CRU. So, I went over on Bomb Stream and, I heard two men having a conversation about Black women in the hair care industry and why Black women aren't majority or lion's share holders of certain things and stuff like that. And so the point of me doing this stream is to point out the fact that we have a lot of Black people that believe certain stereotypes. I actually do believe certain stereotypes that Black people are underachievers and that we're bums and we're lazy and we never accomplish anything and stuff like that. And I reject those ideas about our people. We have some of the greatest chemists, the greatest scientists, writers, poets, chemists. I mean, you name it, builders, architects, all types of stuff. But Black people don't highlight those things. They want to believe that, we don't own anything and we're not doing anything productive that's noteworthy. And, we're a minority and we're just this defeated people, and the mindset of it all. I reject that thinking. I reject that. So I joined the panel to give pushback. And of course, shout out to you, Real Deal Financial. Nice to see you in here. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Jervis. Hey, NBA City. So I joined the panel to give pushback. Now, I didn't really want to argue or debate. It wasn't an argument or debate. I just wanted to basically point out Black women in the hair care industry that have carved out their own lane. And I mentioned a few, of those women right here on YouTube. And the panel gave me pushback. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we can't do nothing right. Even when we are being producers and creating different industries for ourselves, it's still not enough for some Black people because they're just that convinced that Black people are victims, that Black people have nothing, can do nothing, defeated, won't do anything. And so I provided links in the chat of Black women in the beauty industry that have carved out their own beauty brands, multi-billion-dollar beauty brands. Hey, GMT. I can't, oh wait, hold on. Let me go ahead and rinse you up real quick. So me, like me, I like to go spread pixie dust everywhere. So what I did, instead of arguing with him, I started posting links in the chat of some of those women. I posted Honey Pot. That's like my favorite feminine care brand. Whoever, I think you're familiar with Honey Pot too. Her products are sold in Target. I think you can even find them on Amazon. I mentioned Honey Pot. I even shared the links in the chat room to the websites. I mentioned Honey Pot, Pat McGrath. Another girl mentioned Iman with her beauty line. I mentioned Elite Hair Care. I mentioned I was just posting links left and right. Someone mentioned Minty Beauty. Another person mentioned, I think it's called Jacor Cosmetics, all owned by Black women, all multi-billion-dollar industries. And it still wasn't enough. I wasn't asking for an agreement or disagreement because it really wasn't anything to agree or disagree on. I was just saying, hey, well, these Black women over here have carved out this lane for themselves. What about these people that are over here doing this? I even mentioned some of the Black men that invest in those products and that invest in the different business ventures of Black women that would like to live a lifestyle of entrepreneurship. And they couldn't even acknowledge that. The defeatist mindset of it all is what's got me thinking, like, do Black people really hate themselves? I think that some Black people want to believe that they're less than. It's like they literally get off on brainwashing other Black people into believing that it's so hard to make it to the top and it's just so hard. And I said, look, the hair care industry is not a hard industry to get into. Okay, I know even Black men that own their own hair care lines. And for whatever reason, when Black women mention hair care, everyone assumes that we're talking about hair weave, as if there are no Black women out here that just wear their own hair. And I know Black women that have natural hair, long hair, beautiful hair, and they still may wear weave, but that doesn't mean they're bald headed or they don't take care of their own hair. So when I say hair care, I'm specifically talking about products that nourish the natural hair. I'm not talking about weave and extensions and wigs and all of that. I'm talking about products that we use, that we incorporate in our wellness practices day to day. So hey, Partly Cloudy, nice to see you. Shout out to the chat room. Thank you all for joining me. But I just had to come here and do that little bit of a rant because I think that we would have more unison. Like, for example, GMT, Life of Grandmaster Troll, and Real Deal Financial. They do streams on financial planning, on stocks and investments and things like that. It doesn't get any appreciation from Black YouTube. I compare the streams that they do about fuckery and foolery and like, compared to the streams they do about I know Real Deal Financial, he's strictly just finance and stuff, but we don't support each other. So it's like, even when these Black people who want to act like they're so conservative and act like they're so about the progression of Black people, but I see none of these people in spaces when Black men are doing streams about things like financial planning and whether it be architecture or weaponry. Like, for example, Ron 314, he does content on weaponry. on the laws. And I think he did one video where he was at the range and actually he did a voiceover on the video about what not to do at the gun range. That video hardly got any views. So it's like, for y'all to be so preoccupied with the advancement of Black people, you don't support productive channels that are doing that. We make content all the time that's beneficial to people and it gets no views. So all these people that want to sit up here and critique what Black people aren't doing and this, and what about what Black people are doing? What about what people in our space are doing to help each other advance and become better and educated at something? Especially as it pertains to finance, I think a lot of people in this space could use that, since y'all want to talk about six-figure this and six-figure that, and oh yeah, I own this and I own that. Well, I can't tell. So help me understand, like, what is it about Black people in this space that want to believe that they're so defeated and Black people can't do anything? And we don't, are you around any successful Black people? Do you know a successful Black architect? Do you know a successful Black investment funds manager? Do you know a Black person that's a successful scientist? I mean, a successful chemist, a poet, a writer, an engineer, anything? Because y'all act like it's such a hard task for Black people to be successful. And I don't get that. Now, when I say y'all, I'm not talking about the chat, I'm just talking about the people that I ran across this weekend that were perpetuating these ideas of defeatism in Black people. And I'm like, I reject that. I know plenty of Black people that are out here doing it, that have built legacies and dynasties for their families, for their that support business ventures of Black women, all sorts of stuff. And y'all sit here and act like it's hard to look around and find at least one successful Black person. And that perplexes me. It's confusing to me. Is it that hard? Is it really a huge culture for Black people to be unsuccessful? And if you think that's the real deal, then who are you really hanging around? like what kind of company are you really keeping? Like, I don't understand how people can be so defeated in their mindset and then turn around and complain about white supremacy. You've done a number on yourself more than white supremacy ever could because of your frame of thinking and your mindset. Fuck white supremacy. You have defeated yourself. You don't even have confidence in your people to think that there could be Black people that have dominated anything in this corporation called America. But you sit on panels and critique other people, but I never see you in spaces where Black men are being productive and talking about something else other than six-figure, high-value kitten heels, this or that. I don't see any of those dudes supporting Real Deal Financial or supporting GMT when he goes live, or supporting Ron 314 when he's doing information on stocks and stuff like that. Now it's a trendy thing. Now everybody wants to start talking about stocks. Now that they see people like Real Deal Financial and GMT coming to the surface more and talking about things like financial planning and or the Black Brain Trust or whoever, now all of a sudden you see a trend on Black. You see when something becomes trendy, how everybody now want to get on the bandwagon. But I guess it's a good thing because at least the information is getting out there. But the point of this stream is for me to point out that some Black people really do believe the stereotypes that are perpetuated about us and our productivity in this world. And I reject those ideas. Like, I don't like that defeatist mindset. It's annoying as fuck, because it's like, I have doctors in my family, nurses, lawyers, retired military personnel, things, you name it. And I look around me and I can trip over a successful Black attorney. I can literally walk out of my front door and trip over a chemist that happens to be Black or whatever. But for some reason, in certain spaces, you get people who speak with this sort of mindset as if they've never came in contact. Like it's such a far out idea to even imagine that there could be a Black author that happens to be successful that made it on Forbes or something like that was talked about in Forbes magazine or something like that. Like, I don't understand it. Even during South by Southwest during 2019, when I was at South by Southwest, one of the editors for what was the name of the magazine? It was either Forbes or Time. I think it was Time magazine. I met one of the chief editors of Time magazine, happened to be a Black woman. I got her business card. I said, hey, I'm going to be in contact with you. I mean, so to me, people, either you're not getting out and experiencing and living life, or you work for some sort of behavioral experimentation firm, I don't know what do you call it, that wants to do these sort of social experiments to see what people, because I do think, I'm starting to think that Black YouTube is scripted. Because I don't think, how could people think like this in real life? How could people really think like this in real, do people really think like this? So I'm starting to believe that a lot of this crap is just scripted, because I can't even believe that people think like this. It's just strange to me. It's really weird. So I'm asking, like, am I by myself when I'm thinking these things to myself and reading streams and just listening to people talk on panels and read? I'm like, wow, you're really you really think that about yourself? You really think that? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, let me go to the chat and see what y'all are saying in the chat. Hi, everyone. Real Deal Financial says solar panel stocks and microchip stocks are hot. The stock market is up today. My clients made money today. Let me go to the banners, comments. Yeah, I hardly ever see those same people supporting brothers like Real Deal Financial and things like that. But everybody claims that they want to critique Black people as a whole, but they don't support when Black people are doing something productive. And to me, that's noteworthy. That's noteworthy to be able to do that kind of content and stick to it, because in certain spaces, it's not entertaining. Some people use YouTube for entertainment. Some people are here to get education and stuff like that. But okay, fine. But when I see people critiquing, saying what Black people aren't doing, and then you bring up what Black people are doing and you give examples, they have nothing to say. It's like you get violent opposition when you promote Black people that are doing productive things. And I'm not saying you have to walk around like a zombie and have a stick shoved up your ass 24/7 and just be serious. All of us need to vent and let our hair down and have fun sometimes. Okay, cool. But if you want to sit there and critique people, there are a lot of noteworthy things that go ignored, and that kind of bothers me. And then when you bring it up, it's like some people have a problem for every solution, and that shit just annoys me. Just Chillin' says another thing I learned about Black YouTube is most folks are social rejects with agendas. Yeah, and it's amazing that it would be called social YouTube when most people on social YouTube are actually anti-fucking social. How about that? Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Real Deal Financial. I think that he gives very valuable information on financial planning and things like that. And you need to get with it. Janelle S says they want to have a reason to hear their own voice and complain. Yeah, but see, and that's the thing. Everybody needs to have a voice, even the people who are dysfunctional, because people need to be aware that these type of people exist. Okay, but I can be dysfunctional on my panel too. See, unlike some of these people, I'm not going to hide behind somebody else's skirt tail or I'm sorry, coattail. I'm going to come to my platform and say what I have to say, because I can have my own voice here and not have to worry about being silenced or interrupted, or someone's going to mute my mic and fuck with my audio. No, fuck all that. I'll come to my platform and say it then. Fuck that. Hey, Queen of the South. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Happy to see you in here. Yeah, even in the 420 sector. Shout out to Partly Cloudy 420. They talk about how to cultivate cannabis, how to grow it, how to invest, how to make money off of your art. They help each other learn about different strains, and we talk about the medicinal values of it and things like that. I joined Bombs Panel to kind of shed a little bit light about CBD, because I'm heavily into CBD. I use it for a myriad of different things like menstrual cramps. I use CBD deodorants. I even make my own CBD tinctures. I purchased the CBD isolate off of a website, and I use it to make my own tinctures. I even use it when I'm cooking and stuff. I put it in my food and stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of great information that I have tried, a lot of productive panels that I've tried to have in the past, but that stuff doesn't get views. But then they'll turn around and say what Black people aren't doing, and we need to support each other and do this and do that. But y'all, when we do it, y'all don't support it though. You don't give a shit. So for me, it's just like, yeah. The wherever says hair RS is also when I think it's a mother-daughter duo. They sell hair extension. They have stores in ATL, Miami, and LA. Yes, I know Honey Pot, Khalil Wahid, Camille Rose, Eden Bodyworks, etc. Yes, exactly. And I was, instead of going back and forth with him, I was just mentioning things, and he just kept talking about lion share this and okay, all that is fine, but how is creating a multi-billion-dollar industry for yourself any less? And they couldn't even acknowledge that that's a good thing, that you would have Black women that have taken have made concerted efforts and carved out their own multi-billion-dollar industries in hair care, whatever it may be, or beauty or whatever, and they couldn't even acknowledge that one point. So it was like the defeatist mindset of it all is what had me thinking like, yo, I'm not feeling this vibe because I'm not a defeated person. I believe you need to save yourself first. No one else is going to save you. And yeah, and when I try to, give examples of people that are doing productive things, everybody wants to give me pushback. And I didn't even have any women that I think like 2 women agreed with me or was like really like, you're right, Neon. We need to uplift each other. We need to highlight the ones that are actually doing it. And there are women who couldn't even like see the light in what I was saying. It's just frustrating. All these men do. Hold on. Janelle S says all these men do is tell women about how women act, feel, think. How do they know they're not women? Yeah, and this is why I don't even give them my energy, because it's like I don't want to share my essence, especially when I get triggered and emotional, and just the mere conversating back and forth, they don't even deserve it. Just to share your essence with these, they don't even deserve it. And plus, I'm saving that energy for my men, the men that I'm actually involved with, whether it be romantically or a close friend or a family member. I feel like they don't even deserve it because their main objective is not to understand you. They misunderstand you on purpose because they're that caught up in their own world and their own limited view and mindset of women. So why the hell should I give you my essence and my energy? You don't appreciate it. You're not going to listen to understand it. You're going to reject everything I'm saying because you're that full of your own fucking idea and philosophy that is warped, by the way, because you don't want to understand a fucking thing besides the dysfunction and the voices in your fucking head. It's just annoying. And that's what they want to do, get you up on panels so they can like literally vamp off of your energy and suck the life out of you. I'm not doing it. It's just annoying, It's just all this defeatist talk and this defeatist mindset. I reject all those ideas about our people. And if you want to sit up and believe that Black people are failures and believe that Black people are a monolith and we're all supposed to think alike and we're also no, I reject that. I don't belong to a defeated people. I come from royal stock. Okay, that's my vibe moving forward. Like, and that's been my vibe. But it's like I'm calling out this stuff because it's fucking annoying. And it's like you can't sit up on a panel and expect for people not to critique you if you're dominating the conversation anyway. You sat your ass on this panel for 32 hours and you don't think you're not going to get some pushback or someone is going to challenge your point. Not everyone is going to agree with you. People give me pushback all the time. It's more than welcome. As long as you're not racist or talking about, exerting violence on someone, disagree all you want. I don't want no one to agree with everything I say. Be your own person at the end of the day. But I challenge these points because there's too much defeatist language. And I think that Black people in certain spaces need to think outside the box and understand that, we talk about kings and queens and this and that. Well, you don't act like it. You don't you don't think about Black people that in science, in the science industry, the chemists, the engineers, the architects, things. I mean, every industry that we could possibly sit here and just brainstorm and bring up. All they know is what Black people aren't doing. All they know is success, Black people who aren't successful. And to me, that it perplexes me. Even now, I'm having a hard time even articulating my thoughts about it because it's really annoying and it frustrates me. I can't even believe that people are that defeated in their mindset. And some people I have seen perpetuate the same ideas over and over and over and over since probably 2017. And they have not evolved in their way of thinking at all. And it's just annoying. Like, I can't even believe that people think like this. And it's like I do believe that what Janelle said, there are some, I think it was either the whoever or Janelle, say that there are some people, and I think they probably get paid too, to push certain agendas and brainwashing and programming on people so they will continue to operate in a defeatist mindset. I believe that a lot of people too want company in being defeated. I believe that we do have people that want company in their defeatist mindset. I'm defeated. I'm going to make excuses for being an underachiever, and I want you to join me in that so I don't feel so bad about it. No, fuck that. I reject that. You claim to come from royal stock, but all you talk about is white supremacy and how the white man got his foot on your neck, but you ain't doing nothing about it. You ain't going to do nothing to change it, but sit right up there and be a fucking victim for the rest of your godforsaken life. And I reject all of that. And so that's what I wanted to come here and say today. I hope that everyone has a nice day. Thank you for freaking joining me. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to you. May the force be with you.